So I was writing some songs, and I wrote this one. It's called Alien Bride. It's kind of the idea of being abducted by aliens. Um, so yeah, let's see how it goes. Light me up, burn one down. A telephone, a bit of moan. Am I here or am I not here? Cold nights, colder mornings, ashtray tongue, a single earring. Did I just die? Or have I been dead for years? Oh, take me to your leader. I have brought food to feed her. Let her have her way with me. Lay me down at her feet. Home again, all is well. Secret lives, who could tell? Chill down, burn it all to hell. Twitch in my eye, say goodbye. Callous hands, a better man. If work sets you free, be free. Oh, take me to your leader. I have brought food to feed her. Let her have her way with me. Lay me down at her feet. Thank you.
Okay. Move this a little closer. Yeah, so this song that I'm gonna play, ironically, I did play for my first song at the other songwriters round. This song is kind of a song that I just traditionally play at every single gig I play. It's called Hold On, and I would say it's probably one of the first songs that I wrote that I still remember. That was about in middle school. My family was going through some things, and I was, as most middle school girls do, going through some changes in my identity in my life, and wrote this song. I don't remember the feelings feeling quite this big, but I do really like the song. And so for the memory, and just because it holds a lot of sentimental value to me, I play it at like every gig I play, which Raph knows because he plays it with me sometimes. So yeah, this song is called Hold On. Been hurt so long that I don't feel anything. I've been broken to the bone. Feels like the only thing that's left of me is a hand to hold. Sticks and stones may break my bones, bones, but that's better than dying. And it goes on and on and on and on. I should be crying, and I'll hold on for as long as I can. But I can't make any promises, I'm just one man. Oh, and I'll be strong, but I can't pretend that everything's fine when I just want it to end. I'll hold on as long as I can. Whoa, whoa. Like a ship at sea with no lighthouse, just trying to find my way back. Everybody gets sad sometimes, no need to react. I've been trying to keep my feelings inside, but now they're coming out too fast. Open up the door, but you didn't unhook the latch. And I'll hold on for as long as I can. But I can't make any promises, I'm just one man. Oh, and I'll be strong, but I can't pretend that everything's fine when I just want it to end. I'll hold on, open up my mind, see everything inside. It's a mystery to me. Do I need to run and hide? Oh, I've been running my whole life. It's a miracle to me. And I'll hold on for as long as I can. But I can't make any promises, I'm just one man. Oh, and I'll be strong, but I can't pretend that everything's fine when I just want it to end. I'll hold on as long as I can. Whoa, whoa. Thank you.
Okay. This song is called Habit. I wrote it about around this time last year, and I heard my homeroom teacher say, she was talking to some kid and she was like, "Oh, we're such creatures of habit." And I was like, it's a good song lyric. So I went home and basically kind of wrote the whole thing. So credit to her. It's just a habit, doesn't mean we forfeit. He folds your eyes, breaks your mind, breaks my mind. explore your layers. You wonder why you're surprised. I want it all on paper so I can study later. This mistake, did you break?
Awesome. Well, that brings us to the first. So one of the things I didn't tell these guys when I invited them to be part of this is that I was gonna be pulling out some questions since it's stories and songs, you know. So yes, we're here to hear some music and whatnot, but in a way, it's a bit of a trap. They don't know this. I actually put them here so that I could like steal all their songwriting secrets because they will have to answer them. You know, there's no way out of this one. So I put through a couple of questions that I figure I was gonna drop in every now and then during this beautiful set of music. And some of them are gonna be more obvious than others, but I definitely do require from me and the whole audience that each of you have to answer the questions. All right, so and we'll see who the winner is. So think hard. So now, first one, pretty easy one. And we'll start down with Ava, if that's okay. That way we can work. Because I have to answer it too. You know, it wouldn't be fair. So, who or what inspires you when you write music?
I have a lot of inspirations. It's like from Laura Marling, Radiohead, Adrian Lenker, just a whole bunch of people. And but I take like my favorite thing from their songs and how they write, and I try and like kind of combine it all to try and find my own sound. Because I struggled with like songwriting for like forever. I mean, I was started in middle school and then I just couldn't find the right like sound that I wanted. But listening to those artists and kind of really like digging into what makes them like unique as an artist, I tried to kind of bounce off that. So
Wait, so how long you been playing for?
well, I've been doing music like my whole life, but I didn't start like trying to write till like maybe 7th grade, around there.
And you are going to be a senior, correct?
Yes.
Oh wow! So you were like you went straight to the songwriting thing when you picked up the guitar type of thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I mean, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Clara?
I would say I draw inspiration from a lot of things. Most of you probably, I don't know if you know me or not, but my dad has played music since before I was born. And so, not to be sappy, but he's probably honestly one of my biggest inspirations, just because I was lucky enough to grow up in a household where music was just all around me all the time. And I got to see him not only raise me and my sisters, but pursue music as well. And just was able to see how he was able to just translate his emotion into an art form. And that always was so amazing to me. And so I started trying to be like my dad from such a young age, honestly. But so I would say he honestly is one of my biggest songwriting inspirations. And he's one of the big reasons that I do what I do. And I think along with that, some of my musical inspirations, I love Fleetwood Mac, Radiohead. I love finding smaller artists. There's a band that I'm really into right now called Lighthearted, and they're from Georgia. They're twin sisters, and they're kind of like folky vibe. So I would say I kind of listen to music all over the board, and I think I'm at a place where I've kind of found my own sound, but honestly, it feels like it's always evolving. And as much as I love different genres, I'd say my music is mostly inspired by just whatever's going on in my life because it's just such a way of coping and processing through any season I'm in. So yeah.
So you also kind of like then jumped straight into it as you started playing. sounds
Yeah,
like.
so I mean, I can't really say like a specific time I started playing music. Like I remember singing and just strumming an open guitar when I was little. I like took guitar lessons when I was in elementary school, but I would always like kind of sing and try to make up my own songs, but I don't really think I started like intentionally like writing down my songs and like taking the time of like, okay, I want to sit down and try and write a song until I was about 7th grade as well. So
Nice.
yeah.
Jake.
Oh man. Inspirations. Kind of we're talking about our
Yeah, it could be
influences.
inspirations. It could be like maybe things like.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think I probably started writing music about the same time as y'all. 7th grade, I remember trying to form a first band. But I don't know, it wasn't until like high school that we had this great venue in Goshen. It was like a youth venue called The Post, and they had bands through every weekend. And I remember seeing this band, Cape Renewal, and they were just like so amazing and charismatic. And I was like, I want to do that. So that was a big kind of like supernova realization then. But I think a lot of, I listened to a ton of different music. Recently, I've gotten into a lot of country and Western kind of stuff, but I think I get a lot of like inspiration, influence from nature and being outside. And there's a time when I was living in Nashville and I was going to the park a lot, running through some of their parks there, and came up with this idea of like the psychedelic seasons, and wrote a whole suite of songs that based ripping off Vivaldi. So there's kind of some classical influence there, but also rock and roll and some more psychedelic stuff. But I like the Beatles as well. I remember putting on like Rubber Soul and just thinking this is like insane and like so cool as a kid. I feel like the Beatles can speak to any age group, but it's like a lot of kids can get into the Beatles too, which then opens the door to all sorts of other stuff. So yeah.
Well, I probably would pick it up right where you left off. My biggest inspiration of all time ever, it's definitely the Beatles. I love them. I adore them. I've listened to them since I can remember. My dad would always play their records, and it was always so fascinating and still fascinating up to this time that they were like the first big group that was writing their own songs. Now we sort of take that for granted. It's like everybody is writing their songs, but it was such a pioneer thing that still sticks to me. Like not only they were doing their own music, their own songs, they were so young, but they in the process they went and changed music as we know it within 7 years. Like now that I'm almost 40. Thinking of 7 years, like you think how many times, how many 7 years can you fit in your whole lifetime? And like it's just insane to think that at such a young age they were able to do that. And in connection with that, kind of going back to what I was mentioning earlier today, like my songs being in Spanish and stuff. Of course, being that it's my first language. Listening to the Beatles when I was a little kid, I didn't know what they were saying. So that was like a very fascinating thing for me to sort of experience music in that way, that I was like, I don't know what they're talking about. You learn the basic words, love and hello, goodbye, things like that. But like it's so incredible for me. And now, like thinking back through when I started learning English and understanding the language, it was like it'll open yet another layer of what I already thought was amazing just through music itself. So I always kind of like to think about that when I put you guys or the audience, whomever that might be, in the spot of like listening to songs, like it's like a challenge in a way, like we listen to music that might not be in our language, yet we can kind of feel it and understand it in a different way, almost maybe in a deeper sense. So this song that I'm about to play, what I think I recall it being like one of the first songs that I wrote. It was a very simple subject, like I think I don't know if it's true for all of you, but the first thing that comes to mind when you want to write a song is like a love song, so you kind of keep it simple, this song it had very simple lyrics, but it felt nice. I was happy with the melody. It's just basically about like you understand love, or you think you understand love, but you now kind of like are careful with it. You try to go in easy because you don't want to get hurt, or you don't want to hurt somebody. And it was just a pretty straightforward song that I just like felt happy with, and I still play up to this day with my band. So it goes something like this.
Tus besos, tus abrazos, tengo que cuidarme de ti, amor, cuidarme de tu pasión, de tus besos, tus abrazos, de tu amor. Tengo que cuidarme de ti, amor, cuidarme de tu pasión, de tus besos, tus abrazos. Tengo que cuidarme de ti, amor, cuidarme de tu pasión, de tus besos, tus abrazos, de tu amor. Y cuando tú no estás aquí, yo extraño tu calor. Me siento solo sin tu amor. Estoy enloqueciendo. Tengo que cuidarme de ti, amor, cuidarme de tu pasión, de tus besos, tus abrazos. Tengo que cuidarme de ti, amor, cuidarme de tu pasión, de tus besos, tus abrazos, de tu amor. Aquí, yo extraño tu calor. Me siento solo sin tu amor. Estoy enloqueciendo. Tengo que cuidarme de ti, amor, cuidarme de tu pasión, de tus besos, tus abrazos. Tengo que cuidarme de ti, amor, cuidarme de tu pasión. Tengo que cuidarme de ti, amor, cuidarme de tu pasión, de tus besos, tus abrazos. Tengo que cuidarme de ti, amor, cuidarme de tu pasión, de tus besos, tus abrazos, de tu amor.
Very nice. Yeah, Ralph knows the trick. You got to end every song on a 7 chord of some sort.
Yeah.
That was a major 7.
That was a major 7 indeed. We'll get into the music theory questions just down the
Awesome.
program. Don't worry about it.
All right, music theory quiz. It's Friday. It's Friday, right? School's out. I'm going to play a song. This is called Oakland Princess. At this time, my sister was living out in Oakland, and I was living in Nashville, and it was really hard to see each other, and maybe got to see each other once a year. And so I wrote kind of a love song to my sister about how I missed her and wished that we could spend more time together. So yeah, it's called Oakland Princess. San Francisco, won't you tell me how that song goes as the branches scrape the sky? You left your scarf out wandering the Golden Gate Parkway. Now everything's amiss and I miss you. Oh, what to do? Oakland princess, San Francisco queen. You have no idea just what you mean to me. So pull those Indiana icicles from your eyes. This distance won't be hard in my eyes. Winters don't exist where you live now, so warm your frozen heart. Let your garden grow, let your love light show. We're really not that far apart. Oakland princess, San Francisco queen. You have no idea just what you mean to me. So pull those Indiana icicles from your eyes. This distance won't be hard to mind.
Seventh chord, nice. True to his word.
Okay. This next song that I'm going to be playing is called Nostalgia. And this song, it's got a lot of layers. It's hard to explain, I've kind of found that like I feel like you guys can probably relate to this too, but when I'm writing songs, a lot of times I'm not really planning what they're going to be about. But I think like music almost has a subconscious way of like bringing out what's really on your mind or what you're really feeling. So this was one of those songs that I wrote during a time that I had a lot of emotions and felt a little lost. And a lot of things were changing. And so when I wrote this song, it kind of helped me process what was really going on, I guess. And I guess the basis of this song is kind of just being hurt by somebody and having to move on and how it's hard to move on sometimes. So yeah, this song is called Nostalgia.
Waking up alone again. Funny how I always let you in and it hurts, but it can't get any worse than this. I'll take whatever I can get, protect my peace and innocence, and it burns, but the bruises are worth the risk. I'm ready to let this go. The weather's getting cold and you're not here and you're not listening. I'll clean out my old bedroom, spray some of my good perfume so you'll know and you'll see it coming. Don't wanna leave you without a warning. The nostalgia's too much to bear when I'm the only one who cares. And I always long for more, so unstable yet so secure. My identity dictated by how you perceive me. Crying on the bathroom floor, been here so many times before that you'd think that I'd be numb to this. Something about the reminiscing. I'm ready to let this go. The weather's getting cold and you're not here and you're not listening. I'll clean out my old bedroom, spray some of my good perfume so you'll know and you'll see it coming. Don't wanna leave you without a warning. I'm ready to let you go. The weather's getting cold and you're not here and you're not listening. I'll clean out my old bedroom, spray some of my good perfume so you'll know, you'll see it coming. Don't wanna leave here without a warning. The nostalgia's too much to bear when I'm the only one who cares. The nostalgia's too much to bear. It's too much to bear.
This one is called Unmoored, which is like feeling like out of place or like you don't fit in anywhere, which is something that like I've personally struggled with like basically my whole life. And I couldn't really figure out a way to like fully explain it because it's something that like affects me like day to day. And so the song, it's kind of different. It'll sound better like when it's fully produced and everything. It's not really like a acoustic kind of song, but yeah, I don't know what else to say. Strangers are living in skin. They're burning through. I'm wearing thin. I will show you where to begin tearing me apart. Limb from limb, remote restart. I'm laughing at my inability to open my mouth, accepting I'm not close to normalcy makes it hard to breathe. I'll stumble over my feet and crash into your arms and we.
Nice.
Well, I'm gonna have to take a quick
Oh yeah.
stumble to change my tuning.
That's okay. You can think about the question as you do that.
Okay, yeah. Tell me the question first, and then I'll try to be quick.
Well, hold on. I thought I was gonna have way more time for this. Like, so I'm gonna jump onto some good ones. Okay, so this one is one that I would like to hear from some of you because just kind of like it could be different. So after you hear the question, you can go do your thing and come back with a good answer. So when you're working on a song, okay, do you picture the song as you're writing it? Do you hear it as okay, this is like a band type of song, or like this is kind of like an acoustic song that has the potential to be like, do you always come from the same perspective? Is this an acoustic song and it could be something else, or oh, this is, I can hear the drum part, or I can hear that there's room for more. So I can start. I feel like my yeah, go ahead. My I unlike all of you apparently. I started. I didn't start writing songs necessarily when I started playing guitar, so it was a bit of a transitional moment for me. Mainly because what I explained earlier about my life. Like I moved to the U.S. when I was 15. Like right in the middle of everything changing. So I think the last thing that must have been going through my mind at the time was like, oh, I'm gonna write a song about my life. I think it was more like I didn't have any friends, and I had just started picking up the guitar when I was in Mexico. So it just kind of the guitar became my friend, and I just became a guitar player for a long time. And then after a while, I started like getting into the songwriting part, and by that time, I had experience already playing with bands. Actually, with Jake, me and Jake went to high school together, and we both had like our high school bands. And
That's how you made friends. Is the guitar.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. Otherwise I wouldn't have any friends.
Raph was the guy. Like in high school, we were all trying to form bands, and I had some friends, and they're like, oh man, this guy, he can play like Jimmy Page. Like we gotta get him to join the band. And then Raph shows up and he could just shred.
So anyway, that's how I made friends. Thanks for exposing that part. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so like I don't know, since I came from like more like I experienced being in a band before writing songs. I feel like every time that I'm writing a song in one way or another, I feel like I'm already sort of like pre-thinking about like how that song is gonna sound in a band. Like hardly ever there's a question in my head that, oh, this is an acoustic song that I'm gonna play by myself. So hence also like the it was a very cool challenge when Trevor invited me to host this, because I was like, well, this is something that I'm not used to do, and I think it's gonna be a fun experience, and I get to share it with some of the best songwriters in the area. So that would be my take on that question. What about you, Jake?
Yeah, I have a somewhat similar approach. I think when I first started writing songs, it was always the idea of like, oh, what parts could I add to this? And like I'd be writing, multiple guitar lines and like thinking about the bass line, and not so much about the drums, but they're definitely part of it.
Nobody cares about the drums.
Yeah. Just hit the hit the backbeat. But yeah, I think initially, I never, like, performing solo for me is not a real enjoyable experience. A lot of the joy that I find in playing music is working with other people and collaborating, and kind of that community that you develop with other people. I'm notorious for just continuing to add people to my groups until like the point of having like 15 people on stage. And so I really enjoy that. And so a lot of times when I'm writing, there's I'm thinking about a song, and even if it's just me playing the parts, how I might record it or produce it. And so I'm thinking about a lot of different things. But as I've learned more and more doing this thing. It's like if you can break a song down to just an instrument and a voice, that's really like if the song's good enough to be performed by itself like that, then you kind of know you have a good song. Not that you can't have a good song without that, but that a lot of times you can boil it down to just a voice and an instrument. That's like it's pretty cool. So I've been working more towards that, and especially in my songwriting. Like, is this song, can it stand alone to be performed like that? But I'd much prefer to play with other people. So, and a lot of times I'll compose music with that in mind.
Yeah, and just kind of like touching on what you said, like, not to be that guy, but like the Beatles. One of the things that like when I started getting into the songwriting thing, one thing that struck me when I started reading all these, because I went through like reading Beatles books, and And one fascinating thing that they would talk about when they were starting, and like people were asking them like, so like how do you write, or how do you know like you have a good song, basically, and their answer was always like, they would test each other, like they would go and show the song to each other, Lennon and McCartney, and they would be like, if we don't remember this song by tomorrow, then it was not a good song, so like if they would like show up next day and like they would like, okay, let's play that song that you wrote last time, and then like, if they didn't remember it, it was like, oh, probably not worth it, scrap it. But if it was something that she loves you, which I'm sure they must have remembered it, then it was like a cool, like I don't know, I just thought that was a cool idea,
If it sticks.
if it sticks.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. I would say that it kind of varies on the song. Like, I have a lot of songs that I think I'm write more not really thinking about what it would sound like with a band. And I just write like with my guitar, imagining acoustic, and then they become with a band. But there is a lot of songs too that I will write and as soon as I start writing, I'm like, oh, I can just hear what I want this to sound like. And so it really depends. Like, there's definitely certain songs, like the one that I just played, Nostalgia. That's one song that I wrote acoustic, and maybe one day I'll play it with a band, but that's just a song that I love playing acoustic, and I've never really envisioned it with more sounds. But like some of my other songs I've written, and I'm like, okay, this is how I want it. Like, I can just hear it. So yeah, I think it kind of just depends. But
Yeah, mine is the same as Clara's. Like, it took me a while. I think why I struggled so much with writing is that I wasn't really thinking about what other instruments or could be in it, and so I just wasn't liking what I was writing. But then once I kind of found people that do only acoustic songs, I kind of started doing that, and then yeah, like she said, it varies. Like, there's some songs, like definitely the past two that I sang, I would want more like instruments and other things in it. But yeah, that's
Nice.
same as Clara.
Awesome. Well, all right, let's move on here. We're gonna do a couple more songs here. We're gonna take a short break after we're done. I think we're gonna I'm gonna do a song, Jake's gonna do a song, and I think Clara and Ava are gonna sing something together. And I would encourage you all to during your break, go help yourself with something in the cash bar. Like I said earlier, you're supporting the library, these kind of events that are really good for the community and such. So I'm gonna play a song in Spanish. This song, I wrote it about the earth. I was thinking a lot about like how we've gotten distracted with so many issues happening, and then like we've forgotten that the Mother Earth also needs taken care of. And I sort of wrote it as a like almost like a prayer. It's like a prayer, but to Mother Earth, like almost asking for forgiveness for sort of like displacing it and like not taking care of our environment sometimes with the way we choose to live sometimes. So let's see, you got something like this. Madre tierra que dueles por un Dios reemplazada, olvidamos que tú eras nuestra fuente de vida. Una guerra violenta que tus bosques y mares han perdido ante el puño firme del ser humano, su ambición, tu ambición, mi ambición. Mutilamos tus campos, te vendimos en trozos
tu sangre abusamos, todo nos lo acabamos, se acabó, se acabó, se acabó. Vemos que tus heridas nunca serán curadas. Perdona las ofensas y líbranos de todo mal, todo mal, todo mal, todo mal. Líbranos de este mal, líbranos de todo mal, líbranos de este mal, líbranos de todo mal, líbranos de este mal, líbranos de todo mal, líbranos de este mal, líbranos de todo mal.
That was a major 7. Just keeping up with the ending with the 7 chords.
Perfect.
Yeah,
That's
works.
how you do it. That's how you do it. All right. That was really nice. Yeah, you had some, I don't know, a little flamenco kind of inspiration there a little bit. Yeah.
There was some flamenco.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. The next song I'm going to play is called Eloise. It's kind of a fun song in some certain ways. The structure and the time signature are a little different. Playing with Kansas Bible Company, we had a couple guys in the band who were really into more progressive kind of music, switching of time signatures and things like that. And it was always a fun challenge to work with them and try and, incorporate those things. And like playing in different time signatures within the same song can be, it can be a little difficult. And I always found that it's really fun. I mean, Dave Brubeck is kind of one of the first people who really did it in like popular music with like Take 5 and writing all these songs in different time signatures. But still, we have most songs are in like 4/4. That was in like 6/8. Kind of that 1 2 2, kind of that waltz feel. And so when working with those time signatures, I always think it's really cool if you can do it, but without having the listener be too aware of it, where it still like has a groove or it has flow. And so this song has a little bit of that in it. So here we go. skin. The wheeze is creeping in. I wish that I could stay on this holiday, holding back your hair. I see a devil stare, and right behind your eyes, a holy paradise. How it ebbs and flows, the highs mix with the lows, and I'm just trying to mellow, despite all these things that are killing me. Love is all around, yeah, love abounds. Aggradated, I see a demon, I see a ghost. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So this next song, me and Ava are gonna duet. So this song is my original, and she's gonna sing on it with me. And then she's doing a song later that I get to sing on, which is fun. So this song is called "Either Way," and this is another one of those songs that kind of just comes to you in the moment. And I didn't really necessarily write it with a theme in mind, but I think the overall theme is just being in a difficult relationship and feeling like it, even if I confront somebody about something, it'll be my fault either way, which is one of the lines in the song. Yeah, so this is Either Way with Ava.
We don't talk like we did back when I thought it was my job to fix it. I don't write like I do when there is something that needs to be proved. Damn right, you're keeping me up at night. I see you every time I close my eyes. I'll cry and wait until the ink dries. You've gotten pretty good at pretending that you'll stay, but you say it's my fault. Maybe I'm just dramatic and avoiding attachment. Anyways, back your words up with actions. I'll call you back when it seems to be that way. Damn right, you're keeping me up bad night. I see you every time I close my eyes. I'll cry, wait until the ink dries. You've gotten pretty good at pretending that you'll stay. But you'll say it's my fault. Either way, I know you'll leave me one day. Watch as I walk away. I swear this is the last time you'll ever see my face. I hope it hurts a little each time you hear my name. And I'll take all the bruises if you take all the blame. Damn, keeping me up at night. I see you every time I close my eyes. I'll cry, wait until the ink dries. You've gotten pretty good at pretending that you'll stay. But you'll say it's my fault. And you'll say it's my fault. Oh, you'll say it's my fault. Either way. Either way. Either way.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We got Ava Miller, Clara Wilson, Jake Miller. We're gonna take a very short break. Like I said, help us up to the cash bar, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. All right, so don't go away.
Good tuner.
Make the little girls dance, cause I'm rock and rollin'. It really doesn't matter that you're hard to please, cause when you give me your smile, I'm also straight controlling. Oh, 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 it's a listen. Oh, 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 it's a listen. Oh, 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 it's a listen. Go and do a voodoo dance until you feel my power now. I feel some food. You know I try so hard. Seems useless cause you're on to me. You are impossible to get, you always stay control. Like, oh, it's a listen. Oh, it's a listen. Oh, it's a listen. Gonna do a voodoo dance until you feel my power now. How does that feel? I got some voodoo. I'll call up and beat him. Okay. Oh, it's a listen. Oh, it's a listen. Oh, it's a listen. Oh, it's a listen. So you are who that up, do you feel my power now? Oh, feel my power. I feel it beat. Woo. Now dance. Huh. You ain't dancing. On a Sunday afternoon, oh, what I read between the lines, the lines. Feeling like a hand in rusted chain. So do you laugh or does it cry? Reply. Hardest thing to do with all I see along the step you lied by. Leaving on a southern train only yesterday. You lied. Small things, true care, truth brings. I'll take one lift, you're right, best trip. Always, I know you'll be at my show, watching, waiting, commiserating. Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights off. Carry me home. I know she left me roses by the stairs. Surprises let me know she cares. Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights off, carry me home. Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights off, carry me home. Keep your head still, I'll be your thrill. The night will go on, a little windmill. Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights off, carry me home. Keep your head still, I'll be your thrill. The night will go on, the night will go on, a little windmill. Oh, life is bigger. It's bigger than you, and you are not me. The links that I will go to, the distance in your eyes. Oh no, I've said too much. I set it up. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep up you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, I've said too much. I haven't said enough. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. Every whisper, every waking hour, I'm choosing my confessions, trying to keep eye on you, like a hurt, lost and blind fool. Oh no, I've said too much. I set it up. Consider this hint of the century. Consider this slip. Brought me to my knees, pale. What if all these fantasies come flailing around? Now I've said too much. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. That was just a dream. That was just a dream. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep up you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, said too much. I haven't said enough. I thought that I heard you laugh. that was just a dream. Try, cry, why, try. That was just a dream, just a dream, just a dream, dream.
All right. Welcome back to the fourth edition of Stories and Songs, brought to you by the Elkhart Public Library. Thank you, Trevor, for having us again. He's the man. That guy, man. Let's hear it for Trevor, man, putting this together. He also somehow manages to organize the rooftop concert series, which, by the way, Jake and I are going to be playing that with our band, the Midwest Heat, on
September 19th.
September 19th, which I believe it's the last concert of its series. I believe there's Abby Thomas, right, playing next weekend, or the 29th. So, and those are the last two concerts, right? Chigalchi. There we go. So there's 4 more concerts. And then that's if you haven't experienced that music concert series, it's really awesome. You know, there's like, it's back in the parking lot over here. They have a bar, food trucks, and then the musicians are set up on the rooftop, which
Like
is kind of cool.
Like the Beatles.
Like the Beatles, you know, there again. You see, I didn't design this. You see, it just happens to be like everything's about the Beatles in this place. So, anyway, we're gonna get going here with our last couple rounds of songs. Thank you again for listening and coming to support this. If you just got here, my name is Rafael Chavez. I'm hosting this for tonight. We have Jake Miller, Clara Wilson, and Ava Miller. No relation to Jake Miller, I think. It's just one of those, you know, like, it's so weird that the same people will have the same last name, Miller. Go figure. Anyway, I just made that one up. This next song, it's a song that, and this is kind of like one of the questions that we can come back later if we have time. But a lot of the times, I'm sure you guys have experienced these different levels of finding yourself writing a song. Sometimes you have an idea, you go grab the guitar or whatever, and you kind of work through it. Then there's other times that I feel like sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm forcing myself to write something and it just never ends well, or you get frustrated and you're like, whatever, you know, or you'll finish it but you never use it, you know, you shelve it. And the one instance that has happened to me, it was with this song. It just kind of like I literally grabbed the guitar and it started playing it and it started making sense, and it was like, such a cool magical experience that has never happened ever since. But I just remember feeling like really, because it was just intriguing, and like the subject itself was kind of like abstract. I mean, not that it matters to you much because all the words are in Spanish, but it's about dreaming, you know. It's like, and not dreaming like you know, I dream of being a musician. No, it was just literally about dreaming, like the process of like falling asleep, letting your mind like transcend into this next thing where like next, you know, you happen to be in the dream itself, and then you kind of come back to reality, and like, you know, that moment in between, it's such a weird experience that I always find it so cool when it happens, you know, when you kind of wake up and you feel like you're still in that dream, but then you start kind of like slowly realizing, oh, that was just kind of like a dream. And the music for it, I don't know, like the chorus just started giving me that vibe, and it just happened in one sitting, and it hasn't happened since. But it goes something like this. Al llegar la noche siento dejarme caer, envolviéndome la vista hasta el amanecer. Me voy alejando poco a poco, dejando toda conciencia atrás. Ya mi estado de vigilia llega a su final y mis pensamientos se distancian más y más, dando vida al inconsciente en lo infinito de toda esta obscuridad, dejándome caer. Entre tus brazos viajaremos, sincronizados en un sueño enigmático. Vamos lejos al mundo exterior, hacia un insólito lugar que olvidaré al despertar, al despertar. Al llegar el alba siento una leve inquietud, la melancolía que induce una lenta luz, hacen que mis ojos se dilaten, pero con un lento parpadeo siento dejarme caer. Entre tus brazos viajaremos, sincronizados en un sueño enigmático.
A lot of chords.
Lots of chords, yes. I like chords.
Yeah. This next song doesn't have nearly as many chords. I almost got away with just 3, but I had to throw in the minor chords. So there's four chords in this song.
So you're not finishing it with a 7th chord?
Oh, all right. Yeah, there'll be a 5th chord. Yeah. You talk about like being able to write a song, like, you know, I've heard some songwriters say it's like being a lightning rod, and just being able to, it just hits them, and they it's not like they wrote it. It's like it's just coming through them. And I mean, I've had a couple experiences like that, and it is pretty cool. Like when that happens, it's like, I didn't even write this. How did this come to be? This next song's not like that, but kind of coming back to the question about how you write, do you have like, or I don't know, you mentioned it, Clara, where you start writing a song, you don't quite know where it's going to go, and you slowly it comes into being. This song, most of the time I write that way, but this song was like, I had the idea. I was on tour and we were in Toledo, Ohio, and we were playing this this cool like venue, and it was like a potluck, and lots of people were coming and hanging out, and before and around the show and stuff. And one person had brought just this little bitty puppy dog. He was about a week old, and if you've ever held a puppy dog in your arms, and it's just like one of the most like amazing, sweet, joyful things there is. And I was just holding this little puppy dog, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta write a song. I'm gonna write a song called Puppy Love. And so I had that idea, and it came together pretty quick. And so it's a sweet little song called Puppy Love. It's about puppy love. Here I hold you in my arms, close to my heart, safe from harm. Together forever until kingdom come, or until the ends of the earth come undone. Breath on my cheek, so soft and warm. Tiny little heartbeats in the early morn. Stay in this moment, reborn. Nowhere that we can weather any storm. They call this puppy love. They call this puppy love, oh yeah. love. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So curious to know what you're about, what you are thinking, if you're lost or found. Slowly finding that when I'm with you, I'm lost in heaven, floating into the blue. They call this puppy love. They call this puppy love, oh yeah. So exciting and new, I tear myself into. They call this puppy love, oh yeah, oh yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
No, not yet. No, not new.
Okay, this next song that I will be playing is called Bruises. And it's ironic that we were talking about this. I think this was one of the few songs that I wrote in maybe one sitting, maybe two. But two is like a low amount, in my opinion, when I'm writing a song. Normally it's more than that. So I think, yeah, this was one of the songs that I kind of just sat down and started playing. And it came to me. If I had to describe the song, I would say it's kind of about like emotional bruises and moving on from things, and about how sometimes you have to force yourself to move on even if you're not ready to. And sometimes those bruises come back when you write songs about it. So take that for what it is, I guess.
I wanna be slow to speak and quick to listen, hard to anger and easily forgiven, but that's easier said than done when you're still learning how to love. Scared to end the same as my parents. She hasn't been the same since the day she left him. There's a world for growing up. Sorry to tell you, but running isn't enough. 'Cause even when I'm gone, I'll still haunt you. I'll try not to move on, even if I'm supposed to. 'Cause all the songs I write about you just leave me black and blue. 'Cause sometimes reliving the hurt means reliving the bruises. I'll let you know if I'm ready to lose them. Not yet. Not yet. Holding on is the part that scares me. Both hands on the wheel, so I'm ready to go. If you leave me, won't be pretty for the both of us. 'Cause even when I'm gone, I'll still haunt you. I'll try not to move on, even if I'm supposed to. 'Cause all the songs I write about you just leave me black and blue. 'Cause sometimes reliving the hurt means reliving the bruise. I'll let you know if I'm ready to lose them. Not yet. when I'm gone, I'll still haunt you. I'll try not to move on, even if I'm supposed to. 'Cause all the songs I write about you just leave me black and blue. Sometimes reliving the hurt means reliving the bruise. I'll let you know if I'm ready to lose. Not yet. Thank you.
Okay, this next one I'm singing with Clara. It's called If It Comes to That, and I wrote it actually a couple weeks ago for this event because I didn't have enough songs. I honestly don't know what it's about. Like what she said, I just kind of wrote it, so it's kind of up for interpretation. I'm sure I'll find a meaning for it later, but yeah.
I want you to let me know when the weight weighs too heavy to hold. I'll drag you across the floor, pick you up and push you through the door. If it comes to that, if it comes to that. When the world is quiet, but not quite silent, no other noise could be so clear or cover your ears. If it comes to that, if it comes to that. For one moment, minutes weren't cold. All wandering evenings, the earth moves slow. Eyes will fog up, minds will too, and words will follow you. You lose feeling entirely, if it even comes to that. When the world is quiet, rolling wide away, so heavy to hold. No other noise could be so close the floor. Pick you up and push you through the door. If it comes to that, if it comes to that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. All right, well, we're next a round of questions. I don't know. Let's see how I'm feeling about this one. This one, like, we kind of have touched it lightly, but it's okay if we have like a different answer or point of view. Like, how do you decide if a song is worth keeping? You know, like if you get started, what might make it okay? I'm gonna push through it because, like, as we had mentioned, you know, like there's been those times where like, oh sweet, we said it, we finished it, and it was done. You know, but there's been other times, for me at least, I can sort of like answer it in my way. It's like I have sat with an idea, it started playing, and I really like where it's going, and I know I'm not gonna be able to finish it, but it's worth, like I'm like, I'm gonna go back to it. And it might take me a couple of days, you know, like sometimes even weeks. What makes it a song that is there, like a feeling to it? Sometimes for me it's like a subject. Sometimes like I felt really passionate about like something this last couple of weeks, and I was like, I want to write about this, so it's gonna be worth pushing through it. Or, you know, there's those times where like, you know what, this song is not going anywhere. Screw it. Where's that point, you know? Jake?
Good question, Raphael. I think it comes back to if the song's fun, you know, if I enjoy playing it, or, you know, like if it's something that like I come back and sit down and be like, I want to play that. Because there's times where I'll write a song and I'll be like, okay, you know, I think I've got a good, like, you know, the lyrics are pretty solid, or this is good. It's technically like it's a song, but it's not fun. It doesn't compel me to play it again. It feels like work. And so I think like a good song is something that, you know, it should feel easy if you get to that point where it's not as easy and you're just hitting your head against the wall trying to finish it, or if it's not real fun to play. And, you know, sometimes you got to take it out and try it and play it live, or play it with a group and see where it goes. Sometimes that can help break through too. But yeah, I find if a song's not fun, I'm not going to play it.
Yeah. And I feel like you and I have sort of experienced that, like with KBC, it was like a process too. You know, sometimes we would feel good about a song, and then we would like finish it and bring it to the group, and like even play it through a group, even record it sometimes, and if everybody's not on the same page, sometimes that in itself can be also the finishing.
And I think,
you know?
and sometimes too, like, I mean, you know, for everything there's a season. Sometimes a song doesn't feel good at a certain time, and so, you know, putting it down and coming back to it later, or, you know, maybe it's really fun to play for a little while, but it loses that essence, and then it's like, I know there's songs that, like with Kansas Bible Company, like from like the first album, and like those got left in the dust, and then it was like later it's like, oh, remember this song? And it's like, oh yeah, this is really fun. And then, you know, we played a little bit, you know, and then, you know, so yeah.
I think you covered it well. I think that the songs that I typically end up keeping and using a lot are songs that I enjoy playing and that don't feel like a task to write. I think, like, as a musician, sometimes I'll sit down to write a song and it's like, okay, I like this verse. Now I need to finish it. Like, I need to sit down and finish it. And it feels more of like a task and like a completion. Like, I'm just trying to finish the song. Then I'm like, oh, I'm like really into this and loving this. And I think the best songs that I write are ones that I sit down and I start writing and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to finish this song. Like, I can just feel that this is going to be so good, versus, okay, I like this, but I just need to finish it. Like, I don't even, you know what I mean? So it's not really coming out of creativity and it's more forced. So yeah, I think the best songs are ones that it's like, oh, I'm excited to write that. I feel the energy of that. Like, I know that this is going to be good. Yeah.
And it, like, even if it is like a sad song, you know, it can be sad,
Yeah.
but like there's still something that it you still have fun playing it somehow.
Totally.
I mean, I don't know if fun's the right word, but yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with like everything that you guys said. To add on, I have to really love how it sounds, because for me, like, I can't listen to a song if I don't like really love how it sounds. The lyrics could be amazing, or, you know, it could be a decent song, but I have to really be into it, and it's hard to do, especially with writing your own. but yeah, I mean, if I like the lyrics but I don't like how it sounds, usually I when there's a song that I'm writing that I do like how it sounds, but the lyrics aren't really coming to me, I usually just take those and then try and make it work there.
Experiment.
Yeah.
Nice. And I think I don't know. I kind of can see like we have a couple songwriters too in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have any insight? I see. I
Some
see
crowd
Ben Wilson.
participation?
What do you think, Ben? Ben Wilson, by the way. Let's hear it from Ben Wilson. Wilson's Reservoir. Another great songwriter that was unfortunately like due to scheduling, it didn't work out for him to be up here too. But like he was also gonna be part of this great event, and him and I have been doing music together for almost more 15 years or something. And what is your process like?
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
I guess I'm reminded of the very first time we jammed.
Yeah.
Do you remember in the basement?
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's different processes. Like I like writing solo songwriter, right? I think I agree with all of you. Like that, like it doesn't feels like you shouldn't be able to take credit for it, really.
Mm.
So I think I think you guys have said that. Like the good ones, like it's like almost like breathing. But I have wrote some songs too where I think that you have to push through. Like at first you really think they suck, and everybody is telling you no, and then you're like, all right, and then it finally clicks. Like maybe it clicks, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You remember in the basement there, Ignition?
Yeah. Yeah. They're
You
just
and
two songs.
I
Just
think it was you and I and Hauser as well.
oh well, that's right.
But you and I were like, I couldn't play with you guys. You guys were just but you and I like kind of like connected.
And we just
And
wrote
we
two
wrote
songs.
Three songs.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you and I like we wrote 3 songs. Like Raphael would put down a jam, I would start spitting over it, and then we like would go back and forth, and then like they just lived. And so I feel like once you put a song out there, and it like you like it's almost like a seed you're planting. It's like once you put it out there, it's like out there. And like it almost felt wrong not to finish those songs. You remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that actually that just reminded me of like a whole different thing that I was like I should have brought it up before, but we running out of time, so I don't want to spend too much time with it. But like I totally forgot, like I've been like in this like okay, we're doing the singer-songwriting thing, songs and stories, so it's everything been about like you write a song, you write a song type of thing. But then I forgot that we've like at least like some of us have experienced like that same context where you have a band and you walk into the rehearsal with nothing. And collaboration. I don't know if you like if that's something that you guys have experienced much yet. I guess because
Not yet.
Me neither.
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
it
able
is-
to like sit on some of your guys' little
Yeah.
sessions, and that's fun.
Yeah,
But-
I totally forgot that that's part of like the songwriting process. Sometimes
Yeah, it's not always just by yourself.
It's
It's
not always-
like yeah, and that's really fun too. Kind of like it's like being a part of a team. Like if you're like with sports or something too. Like you're passing the ball back and forth, and when you have that rhythm together, like stuff like 3 songs in a night can happen, or like I don't know. Did the surf rock trilogy with the Kansas Bible Company, and there's like 10 of us, and we're just like, oh, I got the next part. That was all instrumental, but it was still really cool how that all just falls into place. Yeah.
Let's hear it for Wayne Wilson. Thank you for sparking that conversation. Yes,
I'm gonna retune while
yes,
Raphael
absolutely.
blesses us with his sound.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We in Spanish we say bendición. This song is a song that I wrote recently about just experiencing like struggles with like things that we do to our bodies sometimes, and how we hurt people sometimes with our actions, but also remembering that they're there for you, friends and family, and you have to kind of like hold on to that. Don't let go, and let the bad side of whatever might be happening to you take the best of you. So go something like this. que te vas y que no quieres mirar atrás. No te da mucho la verdad. Un frío pueblo y un tonto sin nada que dar. Ni hablar. Lo hay que aceptar. Yo haría lo mismo en tu lugar. No va a ser fácil soportar que nunca más te volveré a abrazar. Pero realmente quiero que seas feliz, aunque eso tenga que ser lejos de mí. Nunca lo dije, pero yo te amé y nunca lo dejaré de hacer. Recordará las risas que nos regaló la amistad. Puedo decir que por mi parte contigo fui feliz. Sé que te vas, me dolerá hasta la eternidad. No dolerá hasta la eternidad. Cuando el amor te encuentre en otro lugar. Pero realmente quiero que seas feliz, aunque eso tenga que ser lejos de mí. Nunca lo dije, pero yo te amé. Y hoy te lo digo una y otra vez. Pero realmente quiero que seas feliz, aunque eso tenga que ser lejos de mí. Nunca lo dije, pero yo te amé y nunca lo dejaré de hacer. Ni hablar.
All right. What? How much? We got
Oh,
one.
we-
Or is that
Oh,
one
we
more
got
here?
time.
We got
Don't
time.
worry. We
Alright.
got time for your song. And yours and yours.
All right. Stone in the Water. Is that
Sure.
okay. All right.
Yeah, let's do
We're
it.
doing a key E flat
All right.
this time.
E flat. All right. Hold
All
on.
right. Yeah, this song was kind of a lightning bolt song. Like it just came to me real fast. And then it's kind of based on. There's some mythology involved. There's Poseidon, Apollo, and like sirens, river women. But it's kind of based on a time where back when I was younger, we were swimming in the Elkhart River. Spent a lot of time in the Elkhart River in Goshen. Beautiful, beautiful river. At least where we were. Just north of the dam pond. So it's kind of, it's a river rock. It's called Stone in the Water.
Where's the mythology section, by the way, Trevor, here at the library, just in case anybody needs to reference anything after the song? Well, you can. We'll direct you to Trevor afterwards because you need to find more about that.
River women, I see you swimming, hanging from the branches, your eyes neon glow from a distance. I'll take my chances in the underbrush down below. I'll take the long way home, all alone on the wrong side of the road. In summer we call your name, you say you have to go. No, no, no. Every step a little bit closer to oblivion. This early morning light is just too mellow. Every step a little bit closer to amphibian. River women swimming in ribbons of light. Stone in the water, Poseidon's only daughter. Stone in the water, Apollo's only son has come undone. Thanks, Raph. Thank you.
Sweet. Okay, well, this next song is a newer one. This one's called Crowd's Reaction. And this was another one. I write a lot of songs without planning what they're going to be about, if you haven't gotten that theme by now. But they usually end up coming together to a common theme. This one is just kind of about being a musician and getting to a place where you don't care what people think anymore and you're just doing you, among other themes. But I would say you're not paying attention to the crowd's reaction. See what I did there? Okay. So this song is called Crowd's Reaction.
And I took off crying, some form of habit. I took up lying, 'cause baby the truth was tragic. And when you came running, asking me what had happened, I was just here waiting for the crowd's reaction. 'Cause I'm not a solo, but I'm a quit. Views I like to love first, oh make me need you. I'm not the wrong one, I'm just swimming on my own. Let me walk till I know which way to go. Ask me your questions, and I'll take the blame. I might be difficult, at least I'm not insane. We're a long walk from water, you're a long walk from truth. Did you really think it would be hard for me to get over you? 'Cause I'm not a slow, but I'm a quit. Views I like to love first, don't make me need you. I'm not the wrong one, I'm just swimming on my own. Let me walk till I know which way to go. 'Cause I'm not slow, but I'm a quit. Views I like to love first, don't make me need you. I'm not the wrong one, I'm just swimming on my own. Let me walk till I know which way to go. Let me walk till I know which way to go.
So this one has kind of a funny story. It's called Maximus. It's actually wrote it because of my cat. It's another animal song. And my cat, he's an indoor and outdoor cat. So he has this buddy that he would play with. And one time, like his cat buddy just stopped showing up, and my Max, he would sit outside in our backyard and waiting for him, and it was really sad. But then the cat is fine. He ended up coming back. But my dad told me to write a song about that, and I did. And then the lyrics were kind of garbage. But I liked the tune, and he pushed me to kind of rewrite it, and so I did. And I like it now, but it has the same kind of meaning, but not so obvious that it's about a cat. It's the meaning of it is kind of just like having the like grief over just missing somebody, like that's still alive, like that feeling being so like heavy that it feels like you're grieving somebody. I gotta tune one string really quick. Okay, here we go. restart.
Underground flowers bloom, tall enough to cover the windows in my room. Will time be on my side and get rid of all debris? Or will it trap me in missing you for eternity? Sounds of your voice echoing in my head, repeating over and over, almost like you're dead. Circling around, don't really care that I'm lost, discarding everything that I was taught. Leaves are falling around me. I'm covered in sweet memories. You can't come back to me. I refuse to stop staring at the green.
All right. Well, we're approaching the ending of our session, but before we get to that part, and then hopefully we can hear one last song from each of you. Last couple of questions. I came up with a really dumb one, but then I was like, you know what? It'll be interesting to hear because I do it sometimes. So guitar is my main instrument, but sometimes I find myself across playing a piano, for instance. So do you have a preference as to songwriting wise? Like, okay, I'm definitely always gonna write songs on guitar and maybe I can play piano. Or sometimes you stumble into the keyboard and you're like, okay, this song is definitely a piano song. I don't know, and even maybe some of the songs that you played today might have been written a different instrument. Because I've noticed that some of you were doing like open tuning. For those of us that might not know what guitar the vocabulary, it's like when you tune the guitar to maybe an open chord or things like that, right? So I don't know if that's inspired by the fact that you might have written it in a different instrument, or is it just something that you were exploring?
Really quick, I'm gonna go tune.
Yeah,
as well.
for sure. Talking about tuning. What about you, Jake? Do you ever like? Do you always find yourself just writing on guitar, or like, do you find like sometimes you?
No, yeah. Um, Sometimes, yeah, it's really fun to be able to. I sit down at a keyboard and just having a different instrument um, just creates a totally different landscape. Um, and I'm not like a trained keyboard player by any means, but being able to sit down with that instrument definitely brings out. I mean, it sounds totally different. It feels different, and there's certain things that can kind of come out of that. I mean, um, there's piano ballads. You know, there's like a whole like genre of music that's based on that, and and being able to like see the whole keyboard and like just the range of the instrument is really cool too. I mean, you have that low end and the high end. But and sometimes just creating chords. I mean, with guitar, sometimes I feel very limited with what my hand can do on the fretboard. But with a keyboard, you can do all sorts of cool, more clusters, more dissonant stuff that's really fun to work with. And yeah, I've definitely written a few songs on keyboard, kind of with the keyboard in mind of like performing with it. But sometimes like I'll write a song on the keyboard and it translates really well to like back to guitar or a full band too. So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, and kind of what you said, like with the piano, like the range, like being able to like hear those bass lines. Like our instrument, it's kind of limited on that low end. It can go as high as it needs to, but the limit to it, unless we resort to like detuning the guitar. But even then, you don't get near as close as what you were able to do on the piano. Now, another thing that kind of like draws me to the piano sometimes is that I kind of try to walk into the keyboard with the mindset that I don't know what I'm doing. In the sense, like I don't want to know what this chord is.
I like to put my hands to
It's
just
like
just
like you play it
yeah.
and it's like, oh, this sounds cool, and like I try not to think, because sometimes I can geek out about the theory behind it. It's like, oh, look at this major 7 sharp 9, some jazz nonsense, It's like sometimes I like sit, play it, and if it starts sounding good, it's like, okay, like I'm not gonna try to figure out the chords. It sounds cool, and like that's what it is.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, the last song that I played, I actually wrote on the piano. So that was one song that it was like, it was when I first started learning how to play guitar, I would write a lot more on piano because like during COVID, I just spent all my time on guitar tabs, learning how to play different covers on the keys. So, yeah, so like when I first started writing, I wrote a lot of songs on the piano because for a while I was more comfortable like playing piano because I knew all those chords than chords that were harder for me to play.
Did
with
you
my
did you study piano at all? Like, do you take lessons?
I took like a year of piano lessons, so I
more than me.
had like I had like a little bit of that knowledge, but I don't remember most of my lessons. I mostly just like know chords and stuff. So, but yeah, so then I switched and I started focusing a lot more on guitar, and now I'd say about like 85-90% of my songs I write on guitar, but there's a few, and that was one that I wrote on piano. And that was one that I like I was doing my best to make it sound how I wanted it to, but I knew that like in our band we have a guy named Terrell and he's an amazing pianist. And I knew I was like, oh, I know that he's gonna do this so much better than me. So then it was cool to like switch instruments and be able to translate it and then kind of let him do what I was hearing.
That's
So.
cool. And sorry, that was not a song that necessarily was like in a special open tuning, or was it?
No,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's just normal.
Okay.
No.
It just happened to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes I know, like like I said, like open tuning can allow you to have more range to the lower notes.
Mhm.
Sometimes maybe the piano process that you went through writing a song maybe pushes you to like, if you find yourself playing that song on guitar, then you have to kind of fix some
Yeah,
things.
I actually
around it.
haven't tried that, like trying writing on piano and then doing it in an open tuning. So I'll have to explore that.
Something to think about. Yeah.
I first started off with piano, and I've been playing piano since I had lessons when I was like 10 or 11, and then I stopped playing and then picked it up again like during COVID. And so then I didn't start writing till about a year later, but it was kind of hard too because I just couldn't find the right chords that I wanted. So then fast forward to like my freshman year, I picked up guitar, taught myself how to play it, and then it became way easier to come up with songs. So I haven't written a single song on piano. I just stick to guitar because it's the easiest for me.
Yeah, I think there is something about the instrument, the guitar, that like lends itself to songwriting. I don't know if it's just like the strumming or just that it's close to your body. It's more natural, but there's something that like just feels very natural writing with the guitar. Um, I mean, people do write on the keyboard, but yeah, I don't know. I can relate to that.
Yeah, it's also easier to like take around. Like I couldn't bring a whole piano in here.
Or could we?
That's a valid point.
Traveling? Maybe next time.
Is there room in the budget for a Steinway?
He's like, he's looking it up. All right. Well, thank you again for being here. We're gonna play one last round of songs, and then again, just really quick, thank you to the Elkhart Public Library. Again, you know, it's never too late for a last drink, so we're still gonna have a couple songs for you to hear. So if you want to help yourself to that and support these events and any future events, like I said, there's a couple good things to look out for. So keep your eyes out for upcoming Elkhart Public Library shows. This song is just a song about love, about people that sometimes find it, people that seek it, and people that never find it. So it's kind of like touches on all the levels of it all. Hay personas que aman sin condiciones, que se entregan a ciegas, que no piensan en todo lo que pueden perder si nada sale bien. Luego están aquellos que nunca entienden que la vida no es solo para llenarse de amantes vacíos, que solo duran una vez. Y los que con paciencia esperan a esa persona especial, nunca se dejen rendir. Tal vez algún día llegará. Así es el amor. A veces te quita todo lo que tienes, a veces te da más de lo que mereces, a veces nunca llega a tu corazón. Así es el amor, a veces te deja un mal sabor de boca, a veces te dices que no es la gran cosa, a veces piensas que nunca lo encontrarás. Hay personas que se pasan los años indagando por rostros que los lleven a sus almas gemelas. Quizás nunca se encontrarán. Pero en los pocos casos en los que se llegan a encontrar, si nada les sale mal, quizás lleguen juntos al final. Así es el amor, a veces te quita todo lo que tienes, a veces te da más de lo que mereces, a veces nunca llega a tu corazón. Así es el amor, a veces te deja un mal sabor de boca, a veces te dices que no es la gran cosa, a veces piensas que nunca lo encontrarás. Así es el amor.
Nice.
All right, one more.
Yeah.
This round. All right.
Uno más.
All right.
I told the stories, I just want them to go. Don't matter where, just let me know. We can all meet up at the end of the line. Just tell me all that you were doing just fine. An orange chair, a blue chair, Neptune's beard growing all around, reminding me that we all must return to the primordial sea. Did you tell the neighbors about the party? Did you tell your sister you were gonna be late? Did you pull a fast one on the piggies? Did you unlock the garden gate? Thank you.
This song is called Craft Beer and Cigarettes, which you can still get until the show's over.
Wait, they have cigarettes?
We can smoke in
No,
here, Trevor?
just a craft beer.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Craft beer and cigarettes. It's 2 in the morning and he helps you forget about what your father said 30 years ago, but he's still in your head. And I wanna love like I used to. I wanna trust, but it's hard for me to break down walls. I swear that it's true. I'll never let anybody hurt me like you did till the very end. When you hurt me again, hiding the evidence in hopes that one day I forget you exist. But what you don't know is sometimes I wish I could forget what you did. And I wanna love like I used to. And I wanna trust, but it's hard for me to break down my walls. I swear that it's true. I'll never let anybody hurt me like you do till the very end. When you hurt me again, I know it's all pretend, 'cause I'll love you till then. I'll mend the wounds, no but you can't love me any other way. Any other way. It's all craft beer and cigarettes. It's 2 in the morning and he helps you forget about what your father said 30 years ago, but he's still in your head.
This one's called Spaces Between. The interesting thing about this one is that the whole song is one chord. And it sounds like it'd be boring, but I promise it's not. I don't know, you might think it is, but we'll see.
I've been saving all of my energy for a while. You saw it spill all over your sheets, and you let me times when we didn't meet eye to eye. Didn't mean that we weren't supposed to be closer than feet apart. Now we are, now we are, and see, nearly connecting all the spaces between our lives. I waited for the seasons to change faster till November hit, and it did. More than ever, I need you.
Ava Miller, Clara Wilson, Jake Miller, Rafael Chavez. Thank you so much to the Elkhart Public Library again. Thank you for joining us, and make sure you keep an eye on that calendar for next events. So let's hear it again for these guys, please. Thank you. I will see you guys next time.